that movie, Natural Born Killers, is another great film of yours.
Oh, thanks.
Did you go in and threaten Oliver Stone's life in the audition, and it freaked him out so much he gave you the part? It was a brilliant move on your part, right? They were looking for this crazy chick. You go in on the audition and say, I'm going to fucking kill you.
I had heard so many urban legends about myself, and normally I'm like, oh, that's so not true, or that's exaggerated. And then I went, wait a second. The Oliver Stone audition was so funny. Theoretically, you could say I might have made him believe I could kill him, but because I was.
Well, that's the part.
But I didn't like threaten him in some violent way. I just sort of said, I explained to him
I'm Oliver
how
Stone.
you murder someone.
Okay, I'm Oliver Stone.
How do you murder
Juliette, is this premeditated? In other words, do you plan the audition this way, or does it just happen spontaneously?
No, I was like, how do I make him believe that this tiny 120-pound little female could kill him? And then that's when I sat across from him and I was like, killing someone is about finding their weak points and the element of surprise.
And you looked at him, Juliette, you looked at him like that.
Yeah. I don't
The way
know.
you just looked at me.
Yeah, but maybe I was better than what I just did just now.
But you really put the fear of God into him. And then suddenly he could envision you for the part. Does he offer you the part on the spot after you do something like that?
No. Okay, so the audition for Oliver, he made me work for it. So I had to do fight training. So it wasn't just that one conversation that I'm hired. He psychologically made all the actors think they didn't have the part because he wants you to work for it. So for instance, he wanted to know I was going to be physically fit because I was just a little scrawny, skinny kid thing, and I am in that, but I at least had to train and learn fighting and learn how to handle guns and stuff. But he had me go to his office. He put a bar, where you do pull-ups.
Yes.
So I got to 7 pull-ups that I could do, and then I had the job.
I've heard that you have to walk through a pile of rattlesnakes, and some of the rattlesnakes are actually real rattlesnakes with like real venom. Is that true?
I love the stories.
Is it not true?
No, this is true. This is my story.
But you could die.
I like to tell is that I literally walked through rattlesnakes. But let me say they were far away. It wasn't like, what's the movie with Harrison Ford?
Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, it wasn't like Raiders of the Lost Ark, but there is a scene where Woody and I are walking, we're stumbling, we have to act like we're on mushrooms or we're on drugs. And
do you take drugs for that scene, or do you act it?
That's a big misconception. You cannot, I can't be on drugs and acting because you have to start over, you have to know your mark. There's a whole technical medium you have to be.
If you're high, you're going to fuck that up. Yeah.
I think so.
You got to play high.
Yeah.
But is that what you think about? The times you were high and then you can kind of pull from that?
Yeah, you can pull from that, but even if you hadn't experienced that, you could spin around. Like, what are the early days kids of getting high? We'd make ourselves dizzy.
But don't you think most actors overplay being drunk or high?
Yes.
Yes. And in order not to do that, in a way, you got to sort of downplay it.
Thank you. Look at this guy.
Well, I'm asking.
This is exactly the way you play drunk or stoned, is you try to be sober. I could do it with you right now. Look at. Wait.
Hey, baby,
so weird.
look at me. We're gonna act.
So weird,
baby. I think you've been drinking. I think you've been. I think you hit the sauce last night on that plane.
No, I haven't.
I can tell a little bit. You seem a little off.
And then it's the heavy tongue, like.
Yeah.
So we can try the whole interview like this.